What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today I want to talk about the new event in Idle Heroes where I kind of see a lot of misinformation, a lot of misconception flying around, and I want to give you all the real information that is out there before you commit for going into this event. So what is this? This is the Superior Soul Boost event, an event that just popped up this week together with the release of the new X tier heroes, which we also made another video. If you care for that, definitely check it out. And this event has never before been in Idle Heroes and focuses on soul perfection. It is very, very, very misleading in the term it is written, and not really that it is intentional by the age. They wanted to make a good event here. You can see that it is actually a very good event because it makes soul perfection cheaper, which is nice. It's making stuff cheaper in general good. What does it say? During the event, players can use heroes with C- to C+ tier, awakened tier as soul merging materials. What does that mean? Well, usually you can't use heroes with C- to C+ awakened tier as material to do soul perfection. Usually when you go in here and you start your soul perfection, the only heroes that you can select are B- and above. And you can see right now, even though they are locked, the C tiers and C- they are in there as well. So that means we can now select them, quickly unlock them here, and they will give a little bit of merging progress. The age somehow decided that they should now be in there. I don't really see the super big advantage. The only thing that is nice about this is it gives free-to-play and low spenders kind of more access to soul perfection. So if you are very low spender but you kind of got some C- C tiers through soul perfection, didn't decide to sell them, you could in theory put them in soul perfection, but from an early game rule perspective would probably still be better to not do soul perfection, instead go for like selling them on the auction house and eventually buying a better copy. So not really the biggest advantage. The next part is way more interesting before we get into the real event mechanics, where actually, well, the biggest problem lies. The next part says corresponding extra soul merging progress rewards are additionally granted even if players use materials who awaken tier is 2 grades lower than that of the hero. For example, A- to A+, or counted as 1 grade of awakened tier. This is very complicated, written in a very complicated way, but there is one mechanic in soul perfection that you need to know for this, and that mechanic is the bonus merging. So every time I put a hero in there, the game will look at a few factors to determine how much merging progress I will get for this. Filling up a bar of merging progress will grant me additional stats, and this is all written down here. The additional stats that I get is merging up, so I get 240 stats, not for every single stat, but distributed between all three, and my bonus merging is here in the middle. And usually when I take a copy of a lower awakened tier than my own copy, then it will just grant me the basic merging. Basic merging is 68, it's rather bad. Bonus merging is 272. But I only get bonus merging when the copy is of the same awakened tier as mine. So if I upgrade a B+ copy, then the copy that I sacrifice would need to be B+ as well for me to get bonus merging. If we now have an SSS copy here, like this, usually only SSS would get bonus merging. During this event, however, 2 tiers below still gives bonus merging, and we can kind of see that right here. You can see that the up arrow here, that shows that we get bonus merging, and you can see it's for S and it's still for B-. If I sacrifice the B- here, I get 50, and if we check out B-, that is exactly 10 plus 40. So for S tiers, the 2 awakened tier groups below are A- to A+ and B- to B+, and for those I still get bonus merging. So during this event, you can earn up to 5 times the amount from a lower tier material, making it a lot easier to upgrade, especially at the higher end. We had the example when I upgraded my SSS copy. I needed a ton of progress for that, and you can see it cost 4,650 to fill a bar, 11 bars to go, so you can kind of factor in it like 50k stats or 50k merging progress that I need here. And if I wanted to do this, and we look into the list, the ideal way would be to sacrifice an SSS tier usually, which is rather costly. And if we go down below, one below, we could see usually I wouldn't get the bonus merging, so I would have to go with 7,550 each, and then if we divide 50k by that, what is that? It's roughly like 7. So with 7 SSS copies, that's 1.4 million starry gems usually for the going rate on the market. Yeah, bit of a madness, or like roughly 9 to 10 S tiers. Still like 500,000 starry gems, so super expensive. Right now though, if I sacrifice an S tier to that hero, to my SSS hero, I will not only get 5,350, I will get in fact 5,350 plus 21,400. So a massive increase, meaning we get, what do we get? 26,750. And that means instead of like usually needing like 10 S tiers to get this copy to max, I would only need 2. So that is the main thing of this event. And that is what makes this event really great. You can also use lower material food and thus upgrade your heroes a lot faster. And this is really why I hope this comes back, because right now Soul Perfection is as cheap as it can happen. The thing though that most people looked at was this is an S tier puppet, and those puppets are reward. You can see they can only be used in Soul Perfection and Soul Gathering statue, so you can sacrifice it in Soul Gathering, which I wouldn't recommend, or for Soul Perfection for a massive upgrade. So it's just like sacrificing an S tier there. I haven't tried if they can be used as material for breakthrough, but they can definitely be used for bonus merging. People thought, wow, getting an S tier like this, it must be super easy to go there. And the thing is, DH made kind of a mistake because they didn't even explain on how to get points. And people thought, okay, I sacrifice it through C- and C+, and then I will have an S tier. Yeah, kinda, but also nah. The way you get points is by basically merging heroes. So if we use a hero copy as sacrifice in Soul Perfection to get progress there, we get the corresponding merging points that we get through this process as points for this game mode. So that is a good explanation. I will show you how this works. We will do it a little bit more practical, because I know if you explain something, it can kind of sometimes be confusing. You can see I'm at 158,070 right now. I want you to keep this number in mind. We will now go ahead and do something stupid. We'll go through this Interstellar Hunter Patricia, and you can see we do Soul Perfection, and we will opt for a material hero. And of course, I got a nice material hero here. Also, again, 26,750, even though this is an S tier, and an S tier is below SSS. So during this event, still our bonus merging is there. We still get the bonus merging for this. We will do the upgrade right now. It will not max out our copy, sadly, but will be pretty close. So let's do this. 26,750. And if I am correct, which I pretty much am, we had 158,070 points before, and after we do this upgrade, it will go to 184,820. Oh, we are actually maxed. Oh, that's cool. I thought it wouldn't be enough. I didn't calculate that. But then we actually go to max, so that is really nice. Max progress also here, which in theory means... wait, we don't have that. Which in theory means we could do this, which we don't, but we could. We could. We don't have an SSS tier, so it wouldn't work, but we could, which is really nice. So, points. Let's check this out. 184,820, just as I said. Our points were actually increased by the exact amount of merging progress which we got. So we had 158,070 before, then we used an S tier copy granting us 26,750 merging progress, and this was added to our points. So the coins are really the cumulated merging progress acquired during this event. 250,000 is an insane amount of merging progress. I have been spending ridiculous amounts of starry gems during this event. I have been spending like 750,000 starry gems, no joke, during this event. I have been throwing the starry gems at this game at the moment. So, and I'm not at S tier. I'm at 184,820, and I want to keep the one thing in mind for you guys. We just got 26,750 points for sacrificing an S tier. So 26,750 points would be kind of nice, because we already get like a ton of copies. We also got something really nice from this, by the way. We got like an A+ copy, which is pretty cool. But we would need to do like 10 S tier sacrifices to get this S tier that we have right there. It's about 10. It's like, if we do 10, we have 267,500, so we could do a little bit less, maybe like 9 S tiers and a few A tiers, that would work. But that is about the direction. So for me personally, right now, if I wanted to go and get like the remaining material, it's another 65,180. So once again, about 2 more S tiers, and like, then we're still short 13k points or something. So I don't know. How much does I don't even know how much the A+ copy is worth. They put them in your bag somehow. I don't know why. This one is maxed, so we can't upgrade that. What about this one? We don't have to use it anyway. So what I get for this at the moment? So this is 10k. So this would bring us pretty close, which is rather nice. So this would bring us pretty close, plus like 2 more S tiers. Which means I would have to find 2 more S tiers. But yeah, so the dream of free-to-play getting an S tier copy here doesn't exist. I still stand by that. I usually don't recommend Soul Perfection. If you, however, want to do it, Soul Perfection, and the key to it is math. So you kind of have to calculate everything in advance, and you have to make sure you do it well. And if you have no idea about Soul Perfection or are unsure about it, I made an incomplete guide on how to do Soul Perfection, how to do the math behind Soul Perfection, how to understand what bonus merging is, how to understand what merge up is, how to understand when you get the 10% bonus, and how to understand when a hero is upgraded and what a breakthrough is. All of those words should be familiar to you before you start with anything Soul Perfection related. And yeah, so that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about this event for a second, just to make sure everybody gets it right. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've seen my video from yesterday, where we also covered the new X tier that I make. LFA, still hunting for some nice hammers for that. But yeah, 50 hammers a week, so it'll still take a while. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us in the next one.